Hajime mashite, Mandon desu.
Shut up! Go! Hi!
So this Christmas we have a challenge for you guys.
Ooh.
Oh, money!
This is a very budget Christmas card, by the way. You have to prepare a Christmas party with a budget of $150 for both food and drinks. Bracket alcohol. And these dishes have to be with a local twist.
$150 you have to buy food and alcohol.
Wait.
$150 is just alcohol eh.
Yes, yeah.
How?
Wow. But I know one trick.
What?
We go see like our kitchen got what ingredients.
Oh!
And then we like, filter from there.
Okay. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Go.
Are you ready?
You ready?
Are you ready?
Ready?
Are you ready?
Go! I knew it!
The first dish we are making is meatball with satay sauce. And we're gonna make the satay sauce first.
The ingredients we need are vegetable oil, dried chili, garlic, onion, lemongrass, yellow ginger, palm sugar, water, tamarind paste, and peanuts. So we have already hydrated our dried chili and we're gonna take out the seeds right now.
While he takes out the seeds, I'm gonna blend everything. So onion in, garlic, lemongrass, yellow ginger, and the oil. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm not.
To bed. My job is very easy. I'm pretty much done. Have it added in. Then we're gonna blend it till smooth. Mandon, smell. Okay, so this is the consistency you want to reach. A very, very smooth one.
So what you want to do now, right, is to set your cooker on low and then slowly cook the spice paste. So what we're doing now, right, as we are cooking it, right, is to get all the moisture out so that we can darken the flavor.
Yep.
So once you see the oil coming out and the spice paste, right, starts to darken into a very reddish brown, think of it like rendang that kind, or like a proper satay sauce color, right? We can start to add the rest of the ingredients in already. Right, we're gonna throw in our peanuts first. This is our palm sugar. We're gonna add our palm sugar in also, and then the tamarind paste. So mix everything in.
Yep.
We'll now add the water, and at this point you can turn the heat higher because like everything's probably gonna be cooked already. So we continue stirring it so that every bit of it is coated by the water and like the paste is dissolved in the water as well. You let it simmer for a bit for the sweetness of the tamarind paste to come through. And then if you let it boil too much, it will look something like this. Ah! So I'm gonna add salt in, okay? Okay, come, try.
Okay, try. Salty. Sweet.
It's damn good eh?
Oh, wow, I thought your reaction like,
Wow.
wow, damn nice eh. Now we're gonna move on to the meatballs. And the recipe is exactly the same as the IKEA meatball one, just that this time I'm gonna add perfect amount of salt. Because Christmas party, you have too many dishes, too little time, right? So we're gonna cut down some of the steps from the IKEA meatball episode. These are the ingredients we need. We need minced beef, eggs, onion, butter, breadcrumbs, milk, and allspice. Firstly, you have to put the room temperature butter into the minced beef. Mix it in.
ASMR.
Mix it evenly. After that, we'll add in the onions.
No audio.
Okay, now move on to the eggs.
Okay.
Wow, Mandon one hand eh. I'll help you with this. Now we're gonna put our breadcrumbs in. Now we just need to add in the last two ingredients, which is milk and allspice. And salt and pepper for taste. Mix it in. Now we just need a baking tray. So the remaining butter don't waste. We're gonna put it on the aluminium foil. And then we just roll out into little balls. So we have preheated the oven at 220 degrees. We're gonna bake this for 20 minutes.
Finally, our first dish is out, and let me show you guys how we're gonna plate it, okay?
There we have it!
Our first dish for the party. Party must have drinks on, right?
Yes!
So we've got the Jim Beam Party Pack, and it comes with 1 Jim Beam bottle, 2 soda from Singha, and the Jim Beam highball mug.
And we chill it beforehand.
So it's frosty.
Okay, so we're now gonna make the classic highball that is gonna pair with our meatball.
You get 1 wedge of lemon, then you squeeze the juice of the lemon into the mug, and then you just drop the whole lemon inside.
Yes.
So usually I'll add 3 to 4 seconds of like the
yeah.
Jim Beam.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Enough. That's a lot, but you know, you're at home,
You're at
right?
home.
You're
You can
at
afford to go to
home.
bed early.
Yes.
Okay, and then we gotta top
Top
it
it
up
up
with
with ice.
ice all the
Yes.
way. And then for the last step, you just add your soda water into it. So I'll do a point on the ice. Stir it, right? You bring it down, you pull the ice up, and then you drop it down.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's it.
Easy, right? Easy, right? I think this one, if we don't talk, we can take
Yeah,
like
we
30
just
seconds.
drink already. Cheers.
Cheers.
Can we just take out the meatball to eat now?
Very appetizing, eh?
Yeah, it's so refreshing. Eh?
The second dish that we'll be making is braised pork belly that is going to be rolled up, stuffed with daikon and shiitake mushrooms. So you know during Christmas, right, people usually fillet their tenderloin into half. And then after they do it, they will like put, we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to braise our pork belly instead.
The ingredients we need are shiitake mushroom, daikon, dark soya sauce, light soya sauce, white pepper, rock sugar, Chinese cooking wine, oyster sauce, shallots, onion, garlic. In the spice bowl, we have ginger, bay leaf, cinnamon stick, dried chili, star anise, cloves, and then we have leek, and lastly, the pork belly. And if you're like Mandon, you can get a free bowl of pork lard if you sweet talk the uncle.
Now that the water is boiling, we're going to add in our ginger slices and...
Our leek.
Yeah!
Oh, need to break
Not enough space to put inside everything.
Okay.
So we need to break it out of it. Okay, so very carefully, right, what you want to do is to lift the pork belly up, then gently let it sit inside there.
Ooh.
And then gently push the pork belly in. Now that the scum has risen, we're going to take this out.
So we're gonna add one layer of dark soya sauce to give it color.
While I clear up the pot that we used to blanch the pork just now, Qing's gonna teach you guys how to do the stuffing.
So the stuffing is very simple. We only need radish and minced up shiitake mushroom. Gonna mix it in. Before we layer the filling on top of the pork belly, we're gonna put the twine below so that after we put the filling, it's easier to tie up later. I'm gonna start layering the filling.
While she's laying her filling, I'm gonna start things off for the aromatics with our entire bowl of pork lard here. After a bit of oil is out, we're gonna start banging on the shallots and the garlic. So usually I'll just crush it with my palm lah.
Let's try one.
Get the garlic out, crush the garlic, or tear the garlic lah, however you like it. Yeah, you just chuck it in.
I'm gonna roll out the pork belly.
Wow!
Wow, it's damn thick eh. Okay, okay.
Qing, I roll okay? Because my hand's bigger.
Have it tie. Teamwork.
Makes the pork work.
Pork, you better work.
High five.
Eee.
We will need our onion also. After all the different vegetables are in, right, we're gonna add in our crushed white pepper. The whole spice bowl, we're gonna throw everything inside as well. Give it a good stir. When all the ingredients starts to brown, that's when we'll add our sauces. So light soya sauce, dark soya sauce, oyster sauce, Chinese cooking wine, and then our rock sugar. We'll let it melt, and then we'll just add a lot of water into this. It's boiling.
Wow, nice. Ta-da!
Okay, we're gonna just let it boil for probably 5 minutes. 5 minutes is over, we're gonna keep it down to a simmer. So put it down on extremely low. We just want it to be barely bubbling. We're gonna add a bit more water to cover the entire pork log. Okay, now that it's simmering, right, we're gonna let it sit for another 4 to 8 hours. For the second drink we have that accompanies our pork belly roll, we're gonna have a Yuzu lychee highball. You start with taking your frosted glass, pick out one lychee. You know, last time I don't know the difference between lychee and rambutan.
Isn't it the same?
Oh my goodness!
shit. Wait.
Qing doesn't know the difference between lychee and rambutan!
Why you shout so loud? Everybody in the office can hear now.
Take a bit of the lychee syrup and put it inside. And then after that, right, you add your yuzu juice.
How
this
much?
is approximately 30 ml. Now, can you help me to count 2.25 seconds?
Okay, I got this. 1, 2, 3, go. Now we're gonna add ice. So once you're done, you add
Top
in
it up with soda water.
soda water. Last
Before
step.
that, we still got to mix it up first.
Okay, and then we're gonna top it up with
Wow.
lychee. So here we have the lychee,
Yuzu highball.
Okay, I'm gonna take a sip. I think this drink suits people who like sweeter drinks. The yuzu juice has this citrus note, so it like cuts away the oiliness, from the braised pork, right? It's very easy to make, and these ingredients are very easily accessible. So for the last dish, we're gonna make a dessert, and that will be log cake.
Log cake!
These are the ingredients we need for the cake batter: eggs, sugar, cake flour, oil, water, baking powder, and vanilla essence.
Okay, so the first step that we need to do, right, is to separate the egg whites and yolks. Scissors, paper, stone. Okay, you take egg yolk, I take egg white. Because I can use the machine.
Fine. Okay. So for my egg yolk batch, right, add the sugar and vanilla essence and then mix it, then add the water.
For me, I just need to whip it up into a meringue with sugar.
I'm never gonna give up.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, desert.
Oh my god! One is like creamy like this, right? Yeah, you can add in your water already. I'm done, look. So smooth.
Saying I'm done.
Wow, nice. Alright, next up, we're gonna add half of the egg white mix into the egg yolk mix. We're gonna fold it in.
Okay.
So that we don't lose the fluffy texture.
We are gonna sift in all of the cake flour and add in the baking powder. We're gonna fold in the cake flour bit by bit, right?
So I'm done mixing it in.
Add it all in.
Yes, all. Same thing, gonna fold.
So for the final step, we're just gonna add in the rest of the meringue into the mixture that we already have.
Yeah.
Can I help you pour it out?
Yes. Now for the last step. Just basically scrape it because we want a perfect rectangle.
Okay, I'm
Tap
gonna
it.
tap it.
So we're gonna bake this in the oven at 170 degrees for 28 minutes. So we've taken our cake out of the oven. So what we're gonna do is trim the top layer. For the whipped cream, right, the inner layer is rose syrup and then the outer layer is Milo flavor. It's a replicate of your Bandung dinosaur. So that is your local twist. The ingredients we need for the whipped cream are heavy cream, gelatin, icing sugar, water, and rose syrup. But for the Milo one, it's Milo powder. I need you to bloom my gelatin. Just put it in the cold water.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel so helpful eh.
yeah, just let it
I
roll
need
for 5
something
minutes. And then while I mix this. Okay.
Soft mix.
Yep, I think we got our soft fix. So that's when we are gonna add our powdered sugar. We're gonna mix it in slightly. Then we add in our gelatin and rose syrup. Wow, look at the color!
Wow!
Now it feels like Christmas. I think we're done.
This is super chill eh. So now we're gonna do the same thing, but for the Milo whipping cream. Cue the B-rolls!
So the inner layer is the rose whipped cream. What we're going to do is just scoop up and plop it. And then you can use this to spread. Wow, it looks like a pillow eh.
Okay.
Woo!
Breathe.
Woo!
Sing, breathe.
Woo! Alright, let's just roll it. No going back. Okay, we set it aside. We actually put too much cream. Okay, don't be like us.
Okay, we're gonna put our log cake now into the freezer. So everything firms up before coating it with the final layer of Milo whipped cream.
Yes. Meanwhile, now we're going to put the top whipped cream over our log cake. You're going to trim the sides first. Ooh. Okay, now we're going to put the Milo whipped cream. Go for it. Make it look like a log. Let me bring a special weapon that I found in the office, which is dark chocolate. We're going to cut it into strips and then we just paste it over the log cake. So if you have icing sugar at home, you can just dust it on top to make it look fancy. Decorate it however you want.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, it's your own log cake. So for the last drink, we're gonna make Berrylicious. First up, we're gonna add in the blueberry and strawberry into the cup and we're gonna mash it up. So once it's all mashed up, you add the sugar syrup. Then you're gonna add in our Jim Beam. Then you're gonna add in the ice. Lastly, our soda water.
Wow.
Time for you to taste test.
You can taste the tartness of the berries and then the hint of sugar syrup also. I think that this drink is a perfect end to the eating portion. And then as you move on to other activities like your gift exchange, all the weird games that you have during Christmas, this will be a very good accompaniment to all those activities and last you like throughout the end of the night.
Okay, it's been hours. And I think our pork is ready.
Wow.
What the heck, man? So we are done with all our dishes and our drinks. it's time to...
Head to the party! Merry Christmas! This is a 3-course Christmas feast that Qing and I made alongside 3 different kinds of highball that we have. So some appetizers, right? We have meatballs with satay sauce.
I just never thought that like meatballs can pair with satay sauce. It sort of like elevates the whole taste of it.
This is braised pork that is rolled up with shiitake mushrooms and daikons.
What?
This one, right, has been braised for at least 6-7 hours.
Wow!
We prepared it alongside a dipping sauce. Inside a dipping sauce, we have pork lard, more shiitake mushroom, and more mashed daikon.
Wow, I tell you all, this is the best pork ever. Legit.
It's so soft, it's so tender, even though it's a very big cut.
The fat layer, it's very very juicy and oily until you eat all become melt.
Yeah.
Really melt.
Before we move on to the dessert, let's try the drinks we made. Okay, so there's 3 different highballs. One is the Berrylicious, one is the classic, and one is Yuzu lychee. You can choose.
I choose it. I want this one.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Merry Christmas!
So you see all the food here, the smell and the taste is really very jelak. But if you have one of these, the highball with the this one the theme very good. Put the lemon for me, everything nice. Wow, I tell you, this one you eat got the salty, the smell very good one. Then you have wow. Then you sleep.
I like that it's fruity because it's like mixed in with berries. So then it's not too heavy on the palate lah.
For me, I'm not a big fan of whiskey. I don't like to take whiskey shots. But mixing Jim Beam with a lot of fruity notes like lychee and yuzu make it a lot more refreshing and easier to drink.
Alright, I'm gonna cut the cake.
Woo! I like that it's not too heavy or jelak because I think the cake texture is pretty light.
The cake itself is very very soft and spongy. Plus you got the Milo and the bandung, the cream. It adds the moisture in. Walao, I tell you. Can I have one more slice, please? Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, y'all have tried all the dishes, right? Which would you say is your favorite?
This one!
This one.
Nice. Why?
Oh, so nice.
Also
This
nice,
is
but
the
this is
the
nicest.
best.
Okay.
I tell you, you will win a lot of ladies' hearts with this. Yeah, you already won mine, although I'm not lady. I just want to say, okay.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised at the outcome actually. Especially that one dish. You know which one I'm talking about?
Okay, you say
You
together.
say it, okay. 1, 2, 3.
The
Log
pork
cake!
belly! Why? The pork belly took so long.
No, the log cake. Log cake is a surprising, it's the hardest thing to get right.
Okay, that's true. I guess this whole Christmas thing was a success.
It is. Look at them, look at them. Look at these people.
Look at them still eating.
Yeah.
I think the challenge was difficult because of its price point. Yeah, because we only had $150 to spend. Can I just say we aced the local twist part?
We did! You know which one I'll cook if
No.
I'm going home again? You
No.
want to know? You want to know which one I'm going to cook when I
The
go home?
braised pork
The
belly.
braised pork belly.
I would say I'll make the meatballs again because I think it's something that I would share with my friends because it's bite-sized and it's very easy to make. You just really throw everything into the bowl
Yeah.
and then you just bake it.
We spent a total of 146.65. That is, we still got $3 extra. You can
we
buy
still
chicken
got-
rice.
The Jim Beam party pack was only $45. It has 1 whole Jim Beam bottle with 2 soda water and 1 mug. So I think that's very value for money.
You know now party maximum still 5 people only, right?
Yeah.
And then you are not bringing too much alcohol, you're not bringing too little.
Yes.
Everything is just nice.
Yes.
And then what you have to settle, right, it's just like 3 courses, right? Like what we did today. Thank you, Jim Beam, for making this video possible. If you'd like to get your hands on the Jim Beam Highball Party Pack, you can check out the link in the description box down below.
You can get them online from Beam Suntory Last Mall or Wine and Spirits.
Thank you for watching this episode of Eatbook Cooks.
If you like this video, you can watch all of our other videos over there.
And remember to like, share, subscribe. Bye!